Do you have problems staying positive when something goes wrong? Are you one of those people that tend to look at the negative? Do you kind of get thrown off by other people's negative energies where you could be in a great mood and then suddenly feel drained and depressed, all because you met with some friends that weren't in the best place? Well, then this topic is for you. We're going to discuss how to stay positive, how to stay motivated when you just can't get there on your own. I'm going to teach you a lot of tips and tricks that you can start to learn how to do this on your own. I get a lot of people calling me saying, Brenda, I need a motivational talk. I'm feeling so depressed and so sad, or something just happened and I just need to be calmed down. Well, it is my intention. Sure, I'll help people out of those situations, but it's all about empowerment. I want you to learn how to do it on your own. I had to learn, and I've been blessed with a positive attitude. And in the worst part of my life, I was so positive. I can't explain where this positivity it stems from deep within me. I think it's because I've always known where we're going, where we're headed. I think I just was born with that. But what I've learned is there's a lot of people born with different dispositions, but anyone can learn how to take any situation and make it the positive one. So that's what we're going to talk about before we get into the healing session. And of course, we always have the healing session. That's what these Tuesday nights are for. Thank you for joining, because this is a group healing session. In group healings, it is phenomenally powerful. Why? Because we are all adding positive energy into this healing, and it combines and magnifies and grows, and it's so powerful. For those of you who join often, I get a lot of people saying, wow, that was very powerful. I look forward to Tuesdays. Tuesdays are my reboot, and I thank everyone who's watching this live or in replay. And it works the same in replay, and I know a lot of people can't seem to wrap their heads around that. That's because we're working with what's called the quantum field, or the one field, where time and space really don't exist, or distance. And that's why we can work with clients internationally, or get together on a Zoom call or a YouTube live, and the energy's working. So imagine that we're all together in this beautiful quantum field. Our energies are there in a room together, although we might be very far apart. So I'm going to take a quick look at the chat here. And hello, everyone. Okay, so we got the lovely crowd here. Hello, light beings there. Everyone's looking so brilliant. I feel you. I may not see you, but I feel you. Days. Oh, someone said Tuesday are my favorite days. Yay! Tuesdays are my favorite days as well. So they are beautiful. And today, I didn't have a topic to speak about, and as I was kind of looking back at my last few calls with people, what I realize is the one thing people find very hard to do is stay positive. So I'm just going to go into a tangent here and speak and let it flow, because when I channel a message, it just comes out so much easier if I would try to force it. So if anyone has any examples where they could have had a very horrible situation happen to them, but instead of looking at that situation as bad or horrible, they looked at it as either neutral or positive. More like, what did I learn from that? And that's what I put a spin on anything that happens to me. Or if somebody comes at me in a certain way, which is rare nowadays, to be quite honest. I'm pretty blessed. I love being in traffic because I'm only surrounded by really nice people around me. I go to the grocery store and there's only kind people around me. But you know what? Let's just say I was feeling a little off and I attracted some negativity into my life. Well, then I could say, what is it in me that person's reflecting to teach me? Because our realities, our creations based on what's going on in our subconscious mind. A lot of times we don't even know we're thinking negative things. But when you start to see negativity around you or challenging situations, that is the best thing to look within and say, why did that happen? Or, some people say, oh, I had the worst day today. I was at the grocery store and somebody, gave me a dirty look or they pushed me or whatever. And I'm just like, well, that could have been the most beautiful, challenge or situation that could have happened to you. Because how were you feeling when you went to the grocery store? How did you react to the way the person treated you? Those are all key indications of something you can learn from. So I think anything that happens to me is not a coincidence. My subconscious, my higher self is guiding me into situations that teach me about me, teach me about the themes I came here to learn. And some of us have had some very heavy themes. Sometimes we pick up these themes not only for ourselves, but if you're living in a challenging family with a lot of dysfunction, you may have come into this family to help them out. So it even kind of magnifies. So there's a lot of my clients, and I tend to really collect light workers and old souls, the ones that have the biggest traumas, the heaviest traumas, a lot of the heavy stuff that they have to release. And they can look at other people and say, well, why is their life so easy? Why do they get to go through? Why does everything work out for them? Because that's what they chose. That was their contract. This is what some people decided to come to Earth to experience Earth during this very exciting time. There are others who, like yourselves, most likely, who came in with heavier contracts saying, I'm going to help humanity move forward in this new energy. Now, we are in the darkest of the dark, but we're also in the lightest of the light. And you can see this just by looking, I'm not saying look at the news. I don't watch the news personally, but you know what? You get glimpses. It's really hard not to see what's happening in the world. You get glimpses of it here and here and here. And what I can notice is, how can something so horrific be on one channel that I'm looking at and then be something so beautiful be on another? That's because my perception is kind of weaving through, looking at all these different realities. And then I get to choose, where do I want to invest my time? Where do I want to focus on? And what direction do I want to move forward in? Well, if you know me, I say positivity, love, compassion, joy, the new earth. I'm all in. And that's why I've been working on myself for the last 15 years. And I have not stopped for one day. Now, sometimes bad things happen, right? That's just planet Earth. We live in duality. If you are on a spiritual path, some people will think, well, I'm not supposed to have anything happen to me. I'm on a spiritual path. Life should be a bunch of roses, ease and flow, butterflies and rainbows. It doesn't work like that, but you can still feel like that inside as those challenges and experiences come to you, because it's all about perception. I can look at anything and perceive it a certain way that is ease and flow. There is a learning. It is a blessing. And I do that so naturally that, so let's say I fell. And I do fall sometimes. Not as often, but I fall. And somehow I magically ended up on my dog's bed so I didn't hurt myself. Well, I could be really angry. Well, why wasn't I paying attention? Why did I fall? This, and that, and be very angry about it. Or I can look at it and say, wow, I fell, but I didn't break my ankle. I barely got hurt. I somehow miraculously landed in a safe position. So what did I learn about that? Well, what I learned is, when this person triggers me, I go into an old pattern of behavior where I lose my alignment, and then I walk and I'm not paying attention and I fell. So why does that person trigger me? What is it in them that triggers me? There's something wrong with me. So then I'll use some type of healing tool on myself, like Ho'oponopono. I'll think of the situation. I'll think of how that person irritated me or got under my skin. And I'll say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. I'm not saying it directly to the person. They don't even know I'm doing this work. What I'm doing is I'm bringing up the feelings that person's bringing towards me. It licks something inside me, something that I need to heal. And then I use the Ho'oponopono to dissolve it, and it heals me and it heals that person. Now, some people will say, well, I don't want to heal that person. They piss me off. That's my ex, or that's this and that, or that person did this to me. Well, the reason that person did that to you was a part of your learning. It was a part of your challenge. So you can look at it kind of like it was a blessing. They did that to you so you could learn. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I know I can be irritating to a lot of people. Not so much my clients. They kind of like me. You know, they'll call me when they need a positive boost. Like, oh my gosh, this person really triggered me today. Okay, I always look at them. Why did you let them get under your skin? What could you learn about it? We are creating our realities. And most people out there, I'm going to say most people probably that are living in a place that is not war torn. We're still working. We still have food in the fridge. We're living decent lives. A lot of us think positive thoughts, negative thoughts, positive thoughts, negative thoughts. So we live a mediocre life, which is like, kind of ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. When you start to really take hold of your thoughts, your actions, your words, and say, I'm going to change, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to do my best every day. And you start to focus more positive, take a challenge, take an experience, look at it neutrally or positive. What you're going to notice is over time, your physical reality is going to change into a more positive reality. Now, when somebody changes and they're doing all this work, sometimes we get an echo effect in the physicality. So, for instance, let's say I'm trying to change my behavior, the way I'm thinking, but the universe or my higher self is still bringing challenges. It's the same thing happening, same pattern. Now, I have a few options. One, I can look at this pattern that's coming, this experience that I'm like, oh my gosh, it's here again. Most people will say, oh, what am I doing wrong? I'm not changing. My reality is the same. My bank account sucks, or this relationship sucks. It's not working. Well, you just proved to the universe and your higher self that you did not change. So why would they bring you, or the energy bring you into something new? If I think, it's in a sense, we failed the test. It's like almost like a video game that we're in. Now, let's say a pattern of behavior happened again. And I'm an aware being. I know how this works. And I say, wow, thank you, universe, for giving me this beautiful experience to try it again. Now, I know the old Brenda would have done this and this, but I'm so happy this experience happened because it doesn't bother me. I'm looking at it as a blessing. It's just an echo of old. This experience happened because it doesn't bother me. Okay, that's really weird. My phone just started copying me. Okay, that's bizarre. But again, we'll just send my phone some love. No idea why that happened, but it started talking to me. It's just repeating what I was saying. All right, so when we get into experiences that can throw us off or a game, it's just best to look at like, wow, isn't that interesting? I can revisit that later, or I can revisit what happened later. But I'm going to revisit it in calmness. I'm going to revisit it in positivity. I'm going to look at it in a way that serves me and doesn't go against me. So anything that's happening in your reality, take it as a blessing. Now, there are some people that are going through some very, very heavy things. I was speaking to a cousin of mine that's going through something very heavy. And he says, Brenda, finding love within, calmness within, how she didn't say how dare you, but pretty well said. How dare you ask me to do that when every day I got to go through this? And when I'm speaking with someone like that, they can't hear what I have to teach. So what I do is I go into my compassionate ear, I send them love. I realize where they are is where they are. And they're not going to hear about being positive in that situation, or look at it this way, or there's a learning lesson. They're not going to hear that. If anything, they're just probably never going to want to talk to me again. So that's when you have to put on a different hat and be compassionate to where people are. So where we are is perfect and evolving. And I know as we go through our spiritual journeys, and perhaps our spouses aren't there, or our friends aren't there, and they don't get it. Well, you don't want to sit there and preach, this is what I know, this is how you can do it, but you can hold the light for them. We are here to hold the light for those who can't. And this is a prime example for that. This call is for people who really get it. If you can handle my energy and the energy that comes in from these beings of light, then you're a different type of person. You're here to help humanity. You're here on a mission. You can feel it in your heart. The average person is not going to pay any attention to me. I get that as well. But I don't go around being angry that they can't hear me. I don't go around telling them what I know and how you gotta wake up, this is the time to choose. Instead, that's where I stay in a place of love, and I send them love. Because wherever someone is really perfect and evolving. And if they're ready to open up, they will. And that love that you're sending, that light you're holding for them, will start to shine through. But I'm more focused today on you as a light worker. How do you stay happy? How do you stay positive when there's so much things happening in this world? Sometimes they're happening directly. Sometimes they're happening far. I sometimes have clients saying, well, how do I not worry if maybe there's going to be a food shortage, or there's going to be this or this? I said, where are you tapping in your energy to? Where are you focusing? Is that what you want to happen? I'm going to tell you something. I know 100% that no matter what happens going forward, I will always have a place to sleep. I will always have water and food. And not because I'm hoarding it, not because I'm worried about it, not because I just know I'm more special, nothing like that. It's because I know, trust and believe, when you are in connection with your divinity, when you are doing the right things, when you're working on yourself, it's like this family of light supports you. And they give you passion and inspiration and excitement to do the next best thing. And the next best thing isn't watching something that's going to make me scared or make me worried. I have clients that sometimes watch scary movies or, horror shows. I used to do that. Actually, for people who know me, I used to dress up for Halloween and scare people. I used to love it. Now, I don't resonate with that energy at all. Nothing really, we change slowly, and we just go with where we're at. Sometimes your diet changes. There's no right or wrong on what you're eating. There can be a lot of fear about what you're eating. Eat what feels good to you. Do what feels good to you. But as long as you're doing what's best for you at that time, you might 6 months later say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was watching that film. Or, oh my gosh, I can't believe I ate that just 6 months ago, because now I don't eat that. Or, we change and we grow. And as we bring more light in, we change. But as you are right now, honor your body, wherever state it's in. Whether you're overweight, too skinny, not well, healthy, honor your body. Your body is here with you. So think of it as like you're one, like your body is part of your consciousness. What you think shows up in your body. So I always like to have my body as a good indication. Like, oh, this isn't like going, I have tension here. Okay, what is my body speaking to me? So if you're not feeling the best with your body, if you're tired, you're brain fog, you have something going on, talk to your body, figure out what it is. Connect with your higher self. Find out what is it. Sometimes it's a release of old traumas that you don't know. Sometimes it might be something a food. And then someone will say, but no, I don't have any allergies. Sometimes as we're going through the healing process, we can develop a sensitivity to foods where at one point they didn't bother us and now they bother us, and then later they might not bother us. Perhaps you're not drinking enough water. Perhaps get rid of the caffeine. There's so many different things you can do with your body, with what you're intaking to change your mood. But if it's not that, then maybe see if it's something else. Is it your sleeping pattern? Is it this? Is it that? But sometimes we don't know because we are moving into uncharted territory. We're evolving as human beings. So our 24th chromosome is awakening and we're doing it at different rates. So what's happening to you might be different than what's happening to me. And there's no right or wrong here. So sometimes like I have boundless energy and I can really go all day and people just go like, how do you have so much energy? Well, I meditate, I reboot, I meditate, I reboot. And that's what I do. But then maybe every 3 weeks I'm like, I'm exhausted and I just need a day off to just chill. And that's my downtime because I listen to my body. And sometimes I need 3 days to just go offline and be with myself and recharge. That is okay. But if you're not listening to your body talking to you, if you're not listening to what your higher self is giving you passion for, inspiration for, sometimes it's to do a big project and sometimes it's to go into quiet mode and reboot. Bodies need to reboot with all this new energy that's coming in. Light energy is coming in, it's healing us. But what does our physical body need to do? It needs to reboot. So while we're going through that, the key here is stay as positive as possible. If you can't stay positive, at least be neutral. What do I do when something throws me off? You know what? It's funny, nothing really throws me off. And it can be very irritating to people. Like the other day, I cut my finger. And it's the finger I use my pendulum a lot, and I sliced my thumb. And it was a pretty deep cut, to be quite honest. I didn't get stitches. I should have. It was still bleeding like 4 days later. But it's healed now. And I was just so happy I didn't cut all my thumb off. I'm like, okay, just bandage it up. I use my pendulum, I bandage it up. I'm all right. Not a problem. You know, the other day I got a bee sting. Like, seriously, things happened to me. I was looking at a beautiful rainbow. So my daughter's like, look, there's a rainbow. And it was beautiful. And I put my hand on the railing right into a yellow jacket's nest. And the thing's on me, bites me. And then I had one in my shirt. Anyway, I ran, put my hand in the pool. And I'm like, you know, the intensity of this bee sting. Actually, it's been like stinging all of my arm, but it's actually pretty good now. It happened just the other day. And, you know, I was like, how are you laughing? You just got bitten by a bee. I said, well, you know, I'm wondering, you know, what did I learn from that? I still haven't figured it out, but what I do know is, you know, nothing really gets me upset. So sometimes I hear family members are sad and I can go down to their sadness, but I choose not to. Instead, I hold the light for them. I may go and say a special prayer, special meditation, send them a little bit of love and let them snap out of it because we're all going ups and downs and people are allowed to be in a bad mood or a sad mood. Let them be there. Just don't go down to that level. I'm here when you need me. Send them love and see them in their best, highest place. When I work with clients, I do not look at where they're at. I always see them where they can be. So when they're telling me this whole jury story of their life, I'll listen compassionately, but I'm holding that, releasing that, and bringing them to the reality that they deserve, a timeline where all that victim mentality is gone and they are a victor and they're thriving and they're happy and they have a good relationship and their finances are good and their health is good. Years ago, somebody told me, oh yeah, I asked them, and you guys probably heard this already. I asked them, how will I know when I'm healed or, you know, when I don't need work anymore? They said, well, when your finances are good, your relationships are good, and your health is good. I went home and I cried for hours because my relationships sucked, my finances sucked, and my health was failing. So I said, I'm never going to get out of this. So if I could get out of it, anyone can get out of it. And I see people turning, and it's like I'm a proud mama. I don't care how old my client is or how old the person is. They can be in their 80s. But when I see someone shift, I'm such a proud mom. I am like, wow, they did it. I'm so happy when my child even has a really bad situation and they turn it around and they learn from it. And sometimes when, they're crying and they're angry, I let them be, because those feelings have to come out. They have to process. If I say, "Oh, don't cry," what is that teaching them? Repress your feelings. Repress your feelings. Don't let them out. No, let your feelings out. We're made to experience feelings, people. And this is why healing is dragging on for so many people, because as these anger feelings come out, frustrations coming out, depression feelings are, we don't want to let them out. Let them out. A great tip, and I have done this sometimes 50 times a day. EFT. You know what? I'm really pissed off right now. I'm so pissed off. I can't believe that person said that to me. How dare she? And you're yelling and screaming and you're tapping. Well, you're actually releasing that energy, and you're going to come back to a very neutral place. If you want to learn tapping, I have videos on tapping. I'll send in the link. Learn tapping. Yes, it's not complicated, but at first it's like you're like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do?" I had to learn. I had to start somewhere. I sometimes messed up and say, "Oh my God, is it still working?" But yes, it still works, because these beings of light, your higher self knows the intention you're trying. So as you're trying to learn a process, you're going to get better. It's going to become more effective. Well, people say, "Oh, I like when you tap for me, Brenda." I'm not here to tap for everyone whenever they're going through a trauma. Okay, now that's different. If someone's on the healing journey, I'm not talking about you. You guys have us there 24/7. But but you're not going to be on it forever. You're going to learn it. You're going to learn it yourself. You're going to learn how to be a grounded individual, how to stay happy, and how to get through this life. This life is to teach you empowerment. It's to transpose, it's to transform what you came here to learn. This is the coolest time to be on planet Earth. I'm so excited to be here. So if you look at this beautiful life, we are on a planet that this is all an illusion, but it's such a real one. Our brains make us think it's real, and we take it way too seriously. And we focus on the silliest things, and we focus on the negative things, and that's just kind of our programming as humanity. We'll start to break that. Start saying, "I am free, I am free, I am free. I am no longer in the program. I am seeing life for what it is. I am seeing those challenges as that, challenges. That's all they are. Experiences that come your way are challenges. They're beautiful. There's nothing that can get me down. Now, I've been through some very challenging places and some challenging things, and I've been through lots of trauma, and I've been through blah, 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 but that's just my story. But what I will say is that story made me who I am today. And I love that I've been through all those crappy things, because when I sit with clients, I go, "Oh, I've been through that. Oh, yeah, I've been through that. Oh, I've been through that. Oh, but Brenda, you've never been through it." Actually, I have been through that. But no, Brenda, this is so awful. This is what I went through. Oh my gosh, I went through that. And I'm not, it's true. I went through all that. And I'm on the other side of it, loving life, enjoying rainbows, even when I get a bee sting. That's where I want you to get. It's shifting out of the 3D to the 4D. And we're going to slowly shift into the 5D. Our human bodies all have duality. The trick is you heal layer by layer by layer, all right? So more darkness leaves, more light comes in, you shift up, your vibration increases, your frequency increases, your light quotient increases. Now, the trick is, and I'm going to end this soon because I want to get into the healing call, the energy's already coming through. Think about it like this. The darkness on this planet can only affect you when you're in the lower frequency that they're in, all right? So as a light worker, as what I do as my healing abilities are stronger than ever before, what I find is the darkness on this planet loves if I dip, because they will jump on top of me to put me into a lower depression. That will never happen. some pretty crazy things happen because before I work with a client, sometimes if it's a pretty intense client, weird things happen. What happens is I will never give in to the bad feelings, the negative thoughts, and they come at me. You suck, stop what you're doing, this isn't going to work, don't even work, don't even bother working on this client. I get that message all the time. They're a lost cause. Nobody is a lost cause. I will never give up on anybody as long as they don't give up on themselves. I will stand behind them. And no matter how frustrating some of these situations can be, because people can be so negative and so negative and so negative, and I want to shake them. But what I realize is there's a process to healing. They've been through the traumas. They've never known anything positive. So how can I expect them to be positive when they have so much negativity? But over time, they start to see the light. And it's such a beautiful time when somebody starts to notice the magnificence within them. It's not like a light bulb goes off. And then the work they've done to get to that point, it starts to get easier because they remember who they are and what they are at some level. It starts to chip away at their resistance and they start to move forward. It's all about that. Never give up on yourself. Never, never, never. Watch those podcasts, exercise, eat healthy. Say those affirmations. I know, oh, but affirmations don't work, Brenda. I've done these years ago and they didn't work. Years ago was an old energy. Affirmations out loud in this new energy are powerful. This new energy is nothing we've ever dealt with. We have to tune to a new frequency. You cannot do things the way you did in the old energy. They're not going to work. The darkest of the dark is darker than ever before. The lightest of the light is lighter. We are under new rules. Stay positive. Stay focused. Turn off the news. Turn off the negativity. And if you have someone in your household that insists on watching all that chaos, do whatever you can. But I get it. I was in those situations. I used the simple affirmation. My house is full of love, joy, and happiness. My house is full of love, joy, and happiness. My house is full of love, joy, and happiness. What happened? My house turned into love, joy, and happiness. That person that was causing the chaos couldn't handle the high vibration and left. Now, I'm not saying that person who might be your spouse, you don't want them to leave. I get it. And there might be some fear there. But it doesn't have to be that way. Perhaps when you say, my house is full of love, joy, and happiness, perhaps that person joins you. You never really know what's in the highest best. You don't know people's journey. You don't know what they came here to learn. But don't stop your growth because of somebody else. You hold the light. You shine bright. You stay as positive as possible. And then watch your world change. Because you are the most important thing. And if you can keep yourself strong and in alignment and in positivity and in health, well, then you're going to be able to help your family, your friends, and humanity. So focus on you. You are the most important thing. Be selfish. It's okay. I'm selfish. I always think of me first. Because as long as I'm high vibing, I can help anyone that comes my way. But if I give everyone else everything else and get depleted, I am now useless. If I watch the news and feel horrible for what's happening in other parts of the world, and I feel it and I go into my empathic state, well, I just lose all my energy and I'm useless to them. But when I stay in positivity and high vibe, I can run a call like tonight. We can get this beautiful energy going. And we can send it to ourselves, heal our family, our pets, our homes, and then send out this beam of light to everyone on planet Earth and everything on it, and then beyond. I couldn't do that if I didn't take care of me first. So please, take care of you. And now we're going to begin. How are we going to begin? We're going to drink lots of water. Okay. I'm just going to read the chat here. I'm going to get the music going. All right. That was funny about my phone. So it wasn't Echo, actually. It was Siri. So, but echo, yeah, that's funny. It was weird, right? I'll figure out that after, but I don't really care. I don't pay too much thought of it. But it was just pretty funny that all of a sudden I hear myself talking. I'm like, wow. Okay, everyone. I'm trying to get the music here, and I'm a little bit spaced out from my talk. And hopefully it made sense. Generally, I don't even know what I said. I'll go listen to it later on. All right. Please let me know if the sound of my voice and the music works. I was going to show you slides, but I ran out of time. I'm curious, who out there would want to join me on a free live call where I do something like this but longer, with a lot more things that can help, a lot more tips? Because when I have energy, that gets me in the flow. I can still do it on my own, but it's not as much fun. So if anyone's interested, I'll do something like that, and we'll put it out there for anyone. And this is so important to take care of yourselves. It is so important to shine the light. It's so important to be positive. It's so important to look at any situation and make it positive. Okay, I'm looking for some feedback on my voice and the sound. I'm going to drink some water in the meantime. Okay, I'll put on the music louder. Can someone just tell me if have I gone glitchy at all? The only reason I'm asking is my feedback here says it's glitchy, but then I get this excellent thing, so I can't tell. So hopefully you guys are having a smooth experience. Oh, now it's down? Okay, it was good. Sorry, I'm going back to music. Perfect? Okay, I'm just going to talk for a minute. Make sure everything's going okay here. I'm not sure what's happening here. I see something here. No, it looks like music's going through. Okay, so I'm getting it perfect. Okay. There's a feedback loop? All right. Yes, glitchy here. Okay. It might be sometimes when you are exuding so much energy, electronics don't like it. So I'm going to take this as a compliment. Glitchy or not glitchy, we got the message out there. And the energy's flowing. Music is loud voice. Okay, thank you. I'll put down the music just a tad. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. So anyway, the energy's already flowing. Let's get into this. If it's still a bit high, I'll turn it down just a tad. Or I can put up my volume, actually. Okay. So, I'm not sure if someone's out there is burping, but it's coming through me right now, so thank you. I feel you. We got a little bit of anxiety out there, and we're going to let it go. Today's session, we have 20 minutes. Maybe I'll go a little bit over, but you've been being healed on during this. This is how this works. The beings of light come through. We are surrounded by the love of God. We are loved by God and all these beautiful beings of light. We're protected. This call itself only allows love in. So what I would like you to do now is get into this beautiful space where you are comfortable, whether you're sitting down or laying down, whether your eyes are open or closed. The key here is you don't have to listen to my voice. You don't have to listen to the music. The energy is all you need. Some people like the voice. Some people don't. Doesn't matter. Turn it off. Keep it on. The energy is what's important. Now, some of you are going to feel the energy. I feel it's tremendous. Maybe we're riding some of that full moon from last night. I didn't see the full moon, by the way, because it was cloudy here. But that energy's there. But there's so many beings of light here surrounding us and loving us. Each of us are in our own octahedron of love. Your higher self prepared you for today. whether you're watching this live or in replay. Your higher self has gone through current situations all the way back to when you're a baby and before. It brings in parallel lives, which we look at as past lives or future lives. Themes that we're ready to break, old patterns, emotional issues, mental issues, physical issues. Whatever it is, your higher self knows exactly what you need at this time. So allowing deep breaths and allowing this beautiful energy to do whatever needed for you. Do you know how magnificent you are? Do you know how beautiful you are? Do you know how important you are? If you exist, if you matter, then you're part of creation. And if you're part of creation, you matter. There's no doubt about it. So why fight with creation and say, I'm unworthy, when that is totally not true? If you didn't matter, if you're unworthy, you wouldn't exist. You exist, so you matter. It's really just a basic understanding how important you are. You're a perfect, unique puzzle. And today, these healing calls to me, as we release layer by layer, it brings us more to our authentic selves. It gets rid of the clutter, the negative beliefs that no longer serve you, the traumas or moments of times you've gone through as a child that are still replaying and replaying and replaying. They're not needed anymore. This is about healing. It's about healing our inner child. It's about healing the past. Those negative thoughts that run on a record and record and record. When they finally leave and they go, how do you know they're gone? You just don't think it anymore. There's many things that I've healed along the way that I can't even remember what I used to think about. And I remember them constantly going and going and going. These are just aspects of us. These are just energetic parts of us that need to be healed. It's a duality of us. It's the dark side of us. And some people say the dark night of the soul. And I'll say, for me, it was the dark years of the soul as I released the darkness and brought myself into the light. Whatever your journey is and wherever you are on your journey, it is perfect. It's evolving. Just relax. Allow this healing tonight. Give permission. Say, I give myself permission to heal whatever is ready. Perhaps it's someone you can't forgive. Well, sometimes we forgive, but our cell memory remembers. Let go of that cell memory tonight. Forgive that person. Because we cannot move through the ascension process and go through that eye of the needle holding anger or resentments or sadness or depression or any lower frequency. We need to let this stuff go. We're reclaiming our divinity. We're reclaiming our birthright. And we don't have to understand how this happens. Just have the intention. I'm ready to heal. I say yes to my magnificence. I say yes to the family of light. I say yes to my passions and my inspirations and my excitement. I say yes to my healing. I say yes to my happiness and joy and harmony. I see all of you thriving, happy, joyful, healthy. And I know some of us are going through the drama of circumstances, negative thought patterns they can't break. But today, give yourself permission to break them. I am ready to release this pattern. I may not know what it is, but I know it makes me feel this way. I'm ready to let whatever it is, whatever pattern, negative thought that makes me feel this way, I want it gone. I command it to go. I'm ready to learn the lesson. I'm ready to release it. I'm ready to learn in the easier way. I don't need to learn in chaos anymore. I don't need the drama anymore. I am no longer a victim. I'm a victor of this planet. And I'm here for myself. I'm here for my fellow humans. I'm here to allow judgment to melt away. Judgment's a big one. We judge ourselves. We judge others. The separation. You know, different religions, different colors, different races, different sexes. We're all the same. We're all divine beings of love and light. Let's let go of the division, the separation, the anger, the frustration. And imagine every cell of your body filling up with God's love and light. It's giving you the perspective, the understanding of how magnificent you are, how powerful you are, how important you are. Feel that love. Some of you might be feeling that big hug right now. We have beings of light working on us. We're all in our own octahedrons of love, but we're all in this together. The energy so magnified. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. Have you looked in the mirror lately and said how beautiful you are? Look in that mirror tomorrow morning and say, I am beautiful, inside and out. I am powerful. And I will lead a life of positivity. I will stay in that highest vibration so my body can heal, my mind can heal, my emotions can heal. You know, God is always sending his blessings to us. We need to raise our vibration to feel it, to hear it, to allow it. And that's what we're doing right now. Each and every one of us is raising up into that beautiful, loving energy, that healing energy that's always there, but sometimes out of our reach because of our thoughts, our mindset. But right now, you're basting in it. You're floating in it. You're surrounded by that love of God, this healing energy. And there's some of you who have already taken off into sleep or your meditative state where you're allowing this healing to happen. And those that are still listening and basting in this relaxing energy in a more conscious way. There is no right or wrong. This master light is weaving through your essence. Your auric field and biofield are being cleansed. That interference that's no longer serving you is drifting out, transmuting out, dissolving. And allowing those deep breaths to calm your mind. Dissolve negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones. I am healthy. I matter. I am supported. I am relaxed. I am blessed. I am joyful. I am compassionate. Do you feel that love penetrating every cell? You can imagine every cell of your body in this beautiful light, this tingling sensation, the colors you might be seeing, the love you might be feeling. It's there for you. Allow it to do its work. Allow it. Give it permission. I deserve to heal. I am supported. I am worthy. I am a divine being of God. I deserve this healing. your healing is going to continue. We're going to move to the next step. And this is one of my favorite steps, but they all are my favorite. Just remember, as we move through this meditation, you will constantly be worked on. And even when this meditation ends, this healing energy is going to be with you as long as you need it. We're going to start bringing this healing energy into our homes, making it available to everyone and everything in our home. We can't force it, but we can definitely make it available. And imagine this beautiful bubble of light surrounding everyone in your home, your pets. It's there. And it's up to their higher self to decide whether to use the energy or not. But in most cases, it's usually a yes. And you can see it by the way your pets are just laid out, basking in the energy. By the brightness in your child's eyes in the morning after a good night's sleep. The feeling in the house that's lighter, more joy and happy. This healing energy that's weaving through your house is also removing any negative energy, replacing with God's love and light. At this point, if you're still conscious, you're able at this point to send out any intentions for those who might not be in your home. Perhaps they're overseas, perhaps it's a friend or family member you might be concerned about. You don't have to say why. Just send this loving energy to that person, to that place. And allow the intelligence of this universe to do whatever is needed. These beings of light know exactly what these people need. And they'll work with that person's higher self depending on what they're willing to accept. You can always imagine everyone you speak about with these beautiful light beings by their side. So beautiful. There's so much healing happening tonight. And that's because you chose to be here. We're all in this together. When we come together in a group healing, it magnifies. You can feel the energy. It's intense. It's beautiful. It's love. We're going to base in this energy. And some of you might be having an emotional response right now. Just allow it to come through in whatever way it needs to, whether it's through tears, yawning, some people sigh, you might have some burping coming up. Just allow it to come out whatever way it needs to. Just release it. You don't have to understand it, just let it go. Know that these beings of love, these beings of light, know exactly what you need today. And they're releasing so many different things to bring you more to your authentic self. It's layer by layer we heal. You're going to feel lighter tomorrow. You're going to feel brighter tomorrow. But you know, some people feel it instantly. And other people take a few hours. And people take a day. And some people take 1 or 2 or 3 days. And the odd ones even 5. There is no right or wrong. As we allow dark energy to leave and that light comes in, it's a process. So be with that process. Be okay with it. You're such a unique, beautiful being of love. Allow that process to do whatever is needed for you. Imagine waves of light weaving through your essence. Your vibration and frequency are increasing, your light quotient's increasing. Your innate smart body, that smart immune system of yours, is on high alert. It's looking at every cell, making sure they're in check, and any cell that needs some extra love, they're bringing attention to it. Let's fill that cell up with extra love. Let's get this body moving into a beautiful, healthy machine that it is. This beautiful essence of you, perfect in every way. We have these beautiful energetic fields, and they're made so we can experience this life on earth. So we want your chakras balanced and cleansed, and that just happens automatically with this healing. Your meridian systems are being unknotted, your Shushunas being cleansed, this beautiful channel to your higher self is being cleared. There's so much happening here, it's hard to even explain, but you can feel it. That's what keeps you coming back for more, just like I keep coming back for more. It's beautiful. It's powerful. And we deserve it. Now we're going to move to the next phase, and you're still getting the healing, your family's still getting the healing, your house is still being cleared. We're going to come together right now to bring in this beautiful, massive beam of light. Intelligent love. The frequency of love is the most powerful energy on this planet and the universe, and we are creating one with these beings of light that is tremendously large. You can imagine the energy leaving from your heart. It's all coming together as one beautiful beam, and this beam of light is starting to weave through Mother Earth, surround it, however you want to experience this. There is no right or wrong. It is perfect. There's healing happening so deep within our planet. Every molecule of our planet, all the landscapes, all the water molecules, air molecules, the trees and the shrubs, all the plants and the water and the marine life, and the animal life and the elementals and the human life, everything on this planet is a blessing from Mother Earth. And we're sending this energy back to Mother Earth, and we're thanking her for having us here, for healing us, for guiding us, for bringing us along this ascension journey. As she starts to clear her system, and as she heals, we heal. As we heal, she heals. All of humanity right now, this beautiful planet of ours, is surrounded in white, intelligent, loving energy. It is amplified in the darkest of the dark places. We're sending it so tremendously powerful there. We are touching the hearts of so many. We are holding the light for those who can't. We are bringing peace to those who don't understand peace. We're filling the hearts of those who are ready to listen. We want every human being on this planet to know they're magnificent, that they matter, and they just have to look within to their divinity. And the ones that make us more angry are the ones that need it the most. Send that love with no judgment, only compassion and peace. May the light of God shine so bright that it starts to lead more of us home to who we are, our divine beings that we are, our magnificence, our connection. this love energy, this frequency that's being generated by this call today, by you and me and all of us, live or in the future, it doesn't matter. It is amplifying, it is powerful, it is healing, and it's going to stay there. It doesn't end when the call ends. It expands, it heals, it's conscious, it's love. I want you to breathe in this with such intensity to every cell of your body. I want you to anchor this peace and compassion and love so deep, so you feel calm, you feel in love with yourself, in love with life, no matter what situation you're in. Remember, you choose. Every time you add positivity, positive thoughts, actions, and words, you add positivity to this planet, to the human consciousness. You pull us out of the darkness into the light. You are very powerful. Your thoughts matter. Your words matter. Your actions matter. Whether you're outside your home or inside your home, whether you're at work or in public, hold that light. Hold that positivity. Do the best that you can. And when you do good, pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. You, dear one, are a light worker. Be that lighthouse. Hold your light as bright as possible. We're leading the way into the brave new world. And I'm proud to be a part of it, and I'm part of it with you. We are blessed to be here. I'm excited to be here as this beautiful tapestry of love unfolds and healing happens on the planet. And as this healings, this beautiful energies wrapping around Mother Earth, it's weaving through, it's being made available to everyone and everything. We're going to ask it to expand further. Imagine it moving into the stars and the Milky Way, into space and the universe and the multiverse. It's expanding. It's love. We're sending it back to the beings of light that support us, because we're all in this together. We're supported so powerfully by so many beings of light. It's hard to express. But feel that love in your cells. You'll get it. You'll feel it. And you are a magnificent piece in this puzzle. Allow your light to shine, dear one. Allow your healing to continue. Allow your light to shine so bright that when you look in the mirror, you're like, wow, I'm glowing. And my light is so important. At this time on planet Earth, I'm going to beam as bright as possible every second of the day. And sometimes I might fall down, but I'm going to get back up with a smile. Because it's just an experience. And I choose for it to be positive. When you sleep tonight, dream the best dreams. Allow your subconscious to do what it needs. You can ask your higher self, your beings of light, do the healing and allow me to sleep. But for those of you who have the same usual burping after, a bit of restlessness, that's okay. Just be with your healing process. We all are unique. Some of us feel lighter right away, and some of us need a few hours or days. This energy is with you, doing exactly what you need. We're slowly going to bring this call to an end, but the healing energy continues. Based in it, love it, and allow it to love you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for sharing this today. Feel free to watch the replay. Each time you listen, the layers peel and peel and peel. So go with your inspiration. There's no right or wrong. Where you are is perfect and evolving. You are blessed and you are loved beyond measure. For those of you who are ready to come back, I'm going to bring down the music. I'm going to bring out the singing bowl. But those of you who'd like to stay in the energy, you can just hang up and enjoy the energy. Based in it longer. That was beautiful. We did really well there, everyone. Very powerful. Lots of love sent to this beautiful universe and planet. I'm very busy from that call. I'm very hot as well. A lot of energy there. You're all very welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm going to bring the bowl out now. So again, for those of you who love the bowl, you are more than welcome to stay for it. And for those who find it a little bit intense, you may just want to hang up, stay in that zen. All right, everyone. You're all very welcome. And that was gorgeous. That's a nice way to put that in. It was a very, very beautiful energy that came through. And at one point, it's like Mother Earth was just glowing in white light. Beautiful. Actually brought tears to my eyes. It didn't have me crying, but I had tears in my eyes of love. Whew. Okay, here we go. Just going to bring the bowl. Here we go, everyone. Beautiful. All right, that cleared my head a bit. Hopefully it brought you back if you need to come back. All right, everyone. Have a really good night. We'll see you next Tuesday. Sleep well, drink plenty of water for the next few days because that energy is going to keep doing its thing and release toxins through lots of water. Drink, drink, drink. Sleep well, everyone. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for all the beautiful comments. Always a pleasure. And good night.